Good morning, everybody, all around the world, coast to coast. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and every Saturday we get together and share the joys of living in Mexico. I'm glad everybody could make it this morning. We have a lot of videos to share with you. We had a very exciting week here in Morelia, the big city. We got people that showed up way early this morning, and Stephen Hunter, he wanted to know what hotel I stayed in when I went to Toluca. And my man, for the life of me, I can't remember. Usually I take videos of the hotel where I'm staying. And, I just can't remember. My man, I'm sorry. I'm going to stay on top of that better. I'll get better about that. And we got David saying happy weekend, and happy weekend to you also. We got my man, Ops Chief, in the house. Marco. Hola, Marco. I think about you every day, man. Marco's in Chicago. He's a Mexican American, and I see the people coming and grabbing them people off the streets. Man, that's really messed up. So you and your wife and your two lovely daughters, you guys take care, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. We got Steve from KC in the house. Hola, Memo. Happy holidays to you. Feliz Navidad. Same to you. And then we got David, my new friend here in Morelia. Met with David this week and his lovely wife, Maria. I'm so thankful for them. They are such wonderful people. Went to David's house, David and Maria's house, and did an interview. Then we went out to, I guess it would be lunch or brunch, and it was heavy traffic. And I said, David, I can take the I can get a taxi back from the restaurant. He said, no, I'll drive you back to your crib. They drove me all the way on the other side of town. We had great conversations. And Maria, she's Mexican. In fact, she's from Morelia. They've been together 20 years. We have some clips with them this morning. And they schooled me about Mexico. Maria schooled me about Mexico politics, and David schooled me about stuff. And they taught me how much I don't know about a lot of stuff. Now I just know what the only thing that I know now is that I don't know a lot of stuff. But thank you very much. And there's a link to David and Maria's full video. It's about 30 minutes long. There's a link to that in the description below. If you're new here and you haven't joined us before on a Saturday morning, I always have video clips to share, and I've got a ton of video clips to share with you this morning. But if you're new here and you have questions about moving to Mexico, getting residency in Mexico, what cities are good to live in Mexico, ask away. A lot of times I don't know the answers to the questions, but the people that come and join us on Saturday are very knowledgeable, and almost all the time somebody can answer your question. So interrupt me at any time, ask a question. Also, this interview with David, there's a full link in the description below to that interview. And 2 weeks ago, I asked everybody here, I said, hey, you want to do an interview? We can do this remotely. David is here in Morelia, so I was fortunate enough to be able to go over to his crib. He got a nice crib, man. But but if you would like to do an interview, just send me an email. We can set up a time. We can do it remotely, and we'll have a funky good time. Hey, yeah. Our cousin, Cuban hubby, we just got back from Merida last week celebrating my 52nd birthday. Kisses. Besos means kisses. Right on. Kisses. Oh, you all got a new picture. Kisses to you. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for kicking off support for the channel through your donation. Thank you so much, and great picture. God bless both of you guys. Justin in Iowa. Good morning, Bill and friends from Iowa. Great video this week with David. Justin, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Bear Lane, we got Bear Lane in the house. I did an interview with Bear Lane about a couple of years ago. Had breakfast, I think, with her and was that your husband or was that your boyfriend? But anyway, had breakfast with them in El Centro in Mazatlan. Great to see you here. We got Michael, good morning from Kentucky. Great to see you in the house. Do you know how David purchased his house in Morelia? Did they have to buy it in cash? Only deal? I'm sure they did, because that's how you do things in Mexico. But I've got a video clip about him buying his house, and I'll share that with you very shortly. Just got somebody just donated cash. Who was it? Marco, that's Ops Chief, just donated $20 to the channel. Thank you so much, Marco. And he did it by clicking the link in the description below. Thank you, Marco, very much. I got some pictures here to share with you. Verlaine, Verlaine is on vacation, Puerto Vallarta. It's our last day, girl. Girl, have a great time. Puerto Vallarta, lived there for 10 years, and I enjoyed each and every day. And we got Michael contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Just greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Got some pictures here for you. Okay. I've getting over a little cold here. I got a great picture. I have a friend who is a property owner in Mazatlan. She's a great individual, and for Thanksgiving, she sent me this picture right here. I had to share that with you. That was her way of saying Happy Thanksgiving. Those are all her dogs. She got all her dogs all together, made that big meal for them. Fortunately, they're all very polite dogs. They got table manners. They can use their knives and forks, and they had a funky good time for Thanksgiving. I had to share that with you. And then last week, my sister sent me a picture to remind me of what Thanksgiving was like for she and I and her husband when we all went to the Macy's Day Parade. She lived in Manhattan for 10 years. She met her husband at the time in the apartment complex she lived in Manhattan. His last name was Lewis. Her last name was Lewis. They got married. We went to the Macy's Day Parade, and here's a picture of me. It was like 30 years ago at the Macy's Day Parade. There you go. That's me in the middle with the beard and the mustache. And the lady sitting right behind me, smiling and waving her hand. That's my mother. And to the right of my mother is Scott. He's standing up there. He's a Harvard graduate, played basketball for Harvard, and he became the VP of a bank in Manhattan. He got a master's from Columbia University, but there we are. And I think on the left of my mother is Scott's mother. They're from Vermont. He grew up in Vermont. But that's me sitting there in the middle with my beard, my mustache, looking young and good. That is from years ago. Yep. And and then I got this picture here too. I don't know where I got this picture, but it looked really good. So I just had to save it and share it. I don't know. I I I have no clue. I have no clue. Uh-oh. I have no clue where this picture came from. So I'm gonna turn that off, but those tacos look really good. Yum, yum, yum. Let's go over here to comments and see what's going on now. Axel Foley in the house. Good morning, everyone. 26 degrees in the Poconos. We had 6 feet of snow 2 days ago. Good thing you're a skier, Axel. Go get your skis on and get out there and get with it. Ski down. I know you got it in you, my man. Mofo all. Yes. Hola, Bill. Buenos dias. Watching you from St. Louis, Missouri. Great to have you here. Sammy in the house. Buenos dias. Todos. Good morning to you. Yes, it was a cash deal. We had to go to 4 different banks to get the money. It's a pretty funny story. Dave and Maria had some stories to tell. That interview, the link to the whole thing is in the description below. We have my man changed his name. The buck stops here today. His name is Darren Jerome. Hola, Bill y mis amigos. Okay, I got some clips to share. I'm always talking about the walks that I take in the morning. So this week I had a perfect week. And when I say perfect week, this was week 101. I started counting like 2 years ago. This was week 101. I got 5 days in. But this is what it looks like. I get up at 5 a.m., read some stuff, get my head together, and then I walk out the door, and my walk begins like this. This is my street. This is about 5:30 in the morning. On the right-hand side, that's the biological park, something like that. And it's so early that there aren't even any birds chirping. The birds don't start chirping until about 6 a.m., I've figured out. I walk up and down that street 5 days a week, and then it gets lighter. You can see that the sun is starting to come up. I go up and down that hill 7 times, takes 1 hour. And then I just try to clear my head of all the nonsense and the craziness that's going on. But I got that big park over there. And then as I walk some more, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter until the sun comes up. My neighbors are still in bed. And this week there was a full moon. So the moon was beautiful. The moon was beautiful. That's my apartment on the right-hand side. But that's how I start my days, 5 days a week. And then also last Friday, a lovely person took me out to breakfast. And let's see, we went to this place right here. This is near El Centro. And there it is. It's called Simona, the Simona restaurant. And I'm missing an image here, but inside there are many historical places to eat in Morelia, and they're in these like 400-year-old buildings, and they look really cool when you go inside. Here is that's David right there with the hat on walking. That's Maria in front of him. They took me to another fabulous restaurant. This is after our interview. We drove, or David drove us into El Centro, and the food was excellent. Me and David, we had green enchiladas. Those I'm going to say those are the best enchiladas I've ever had in Mexico. They were rocking. Here's the name of it's called Restaurant Mi Rancho. Restaurante Mi Rancho. And the place was full. This is maybe 2:30 in the afternoon. There's Maria over there on the right. I think we're headed out. Beautifully decorated Restaurant El Rancho. The waiters were excellent. And the food was excellent also. Let me just here's David and Maria right here. This is on a Tuesday David's chowing down. Excuse me, David. Can you say hi, please? Maria, can you say hi? Just raise your hand and say hi. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she has a great fish dinner. She was very happy with her dinner. And now, do you like Mexico? And here's a close-up. All these people, 2:00 on a Tuesday, a man was singing. There's a close-up. That's fish. She told the man exactly how she wanted her fish cooked. And the bread was shockingly good. It's like garlic bread. And there's my green enchilada. I couldn't eat it all. I could only eat 2. There were 4 enchiladas. I had to bring 2 home. And I just finished the last one last night. Woo! Last night, that was Friday. I had an enchilada a day, 2 in the restaurant. Thank you so much, Dave and Maria. That's one of the joys of living in Mexico is having access to this fabulous food. Okay, now, Axel Foley. Bill, you had to be a playa from the Himalayas back. A playa from the Himalayas. Yeah, that's me. I was a playa. Yes. When that picture, when we did that picture at the Macy's Day Parade, I was in college at Dartmouth. And I tell you, me and my friend Frank, we would study all week. Friday afternoon at 3:00, we would leave Dartmouth and we would go to all girls schools. That's what we did. That's what we did for 4 years. We would go to Mount Holyoke, Smith, Wellesley, Vassar, and we'd spend the weekend. We didn't know any of the women there. We just show up and say, we're from Dartmouth. We don't have a place to stay. Can we stay with you for the weekend? No one said no in 4 years. It was a party. Yes, I was a player from the Himalayas back in the day. Buenos dias, Angela Morris. Senor Bill, buenos dias, amigos. And you told us a couple of weeks ago you had some health complications, and you looking good like you do every week. God bless you, girl. Hold up. Let me switch channels. What are you talking about, man? What happened? And we got Justin from Iowa donating to the channel. Thank you so much, as usual, for supporting the channel. Thank you very, very, very much. Lenora Wilson in the house. Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all having a great weekend. Same to you. And then we got good morning, Bill and crew. Happy weekend. Okay, let's get on with some more video clips. Now, I'm going to be in-house for the month of December. So what I've done is I've gone way back. Because on January 27th, this will be 5 years of doing videos. And I love doing the videos. But I didn't start going live until about 3 years ago. So I've gone way back to put up over the next month. I'll be putting up videos that I didn't have when I started going live. And this week I put up a video of MELAQUE. And MELAQUE is south of Puerto Vallarta. It's a very affordable city. There's a link to the full video in the description below. But it's a small beach town, population maybe 8,000 people, extremely affordable. There are expats there, but it's not a crazy expat group. The people that I met there that were expats were real chilled out and down to earth, Canadians and Americans. The beaches were just wonderful, and it was a mixture. Here's the beach looking from the other direction. The beaches were not crowded. The people everywhere were very friendly. And the housing was extremely affordable. Could I live there? 8,000 people. I think the nearest international airport would be Manzanillo. Population about 8,000 people. Elevation is about 37 feet. But this is not a very well-known city in Mexico, thus the small population of about 8,000 people. I met some Canadians. They had a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished apartment, and they were paying $450 a month. This city is located right next to another city called Barra de Navidad, which is an upscale city with really nice houses and nice streets, wonderful restaurants, places to eat on the beach, and great mountains to look at, great sunsets, sun ups. You can literally walk down the beach for about 3 hours. They have about 30 restaurants on the beach, but one of my favorite things to do there would be to get up early in the morning for my walk and just watch the sun come up. This is like a lagoon off of the beach, and it's not as beautiful as the walk that I take now. But yeah, this was really, really nice. Yeah, look at the sun come up. That is one of the joys of living in Mexico. And let me see if I can find this on the map here. Here we go. Let's get out the map so we can see where this place is. I'm going to zoom out. We can see Morelia there in the middle of the map. But I don't know, MELAQUE would be a real jaunt from here. Here's Morelia here in the center of the map. And I'm just going to go right to Manzanillo, a city that I'm not familiar with, but it's a big city. It's a big shipping city. Colleges, universities. I need to take a trip there. You can see Colima here. But another name for MELAQUE is kind of San Patricio. So Manzanillo's here. MELAQUE is right over here. I'm going to say it's like a half an hour drive from Manzanillo. And there they have all the big box stores, all of that. You can see Puerto Vallarta up here. So to get from Morelia to MELAQUE, I don't even know how you would do it, actually. That would be, I would fly. If you got the money, I would fly. I would fly there. That's what I would do. If you're in Morelia, from Guadalajara to MELAQUE, it's about a 3-hour drive, about the same from Puerto Vallarta. It's not a real touristy town. And I don't know if I could live there, but it was nice. And there's a link to the full video in the description below. Okay, now here we go. MJS Creations. Good morning, all from rainy Washington. I haven't talked about the weather here today. When I got up on the weekends, I sleep in, so I don't get up till like 7. But when I got up this morning, it was 44 degrees. It'll be a high of 70 today. It's partly cloudy. Again, no humidity. Casey, have you ever lived in a really small town in Mexico? Was it a beach town or inland? Yes. Okay. Let's look at the map again. Steve in KC. The smallest city I ever lived in Mexico was a place called El Arenal. And let's look at the map here again. And I lived, let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Here's Guadalajara right here. Population about 7 million people, I think. And here's the city of Tequila. I've done a video on Tequila and another video on Guadalajara. And let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on the map. Here's Guadalajara right here. Wonderful city. I don't know if I'd ever want to live there. Here's the city of Tequila. Very interesting city. I had fun there, did a video on it. And about 15 minutes from Tequila and about 30 minutes from Guadalajara, there's this little town right here called El Arenal. I lived there for 3 months in a brand new house on 2 acres. It took me 15 minutes to drive into town, and they only had one money machine. The town, El Arenal, they had one money machine. And half the time I went to the money machine, I swear to God, half the time I went to the money machine didn't have any money. and when the money machine did have money, there'd be like 30 people in line to get the money. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I lived in this fantastic brand new house, had everything on 2 acres, horses on one side, cows on the other side. But after 2 months, it was the population 4,000 people. I would never, ever do that again. There you go. I would never do that again. No. Bill, does it ever snow in any parts of Mexico, especially in the mountains? Yes, there are many places in Mexico with high elevations where it does snow. One example would be the city of Durango. Off the top of my head, that's the only one that I know of because I went there. I did a video of Durango, a beautiful city. They made lots of movies there. Let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. My land when I lived in Mazatlan. Where is Mazatlan? This is zoom out. There's Puerto Vallarta. Here's Mazatlan over here. Okay. Here is Mazatlan right here. And here is Durango over here. It's a beautiful city. They've shot many Westerns there. I stayed at a hotel in El Centro where John Wayne stayed in his day. Elizabeth Taylor stayed in this hotel. The elevation is high. And I tell you what, if you ever visit Mazatlan, it's really worth it to take the bus from Mazatlan to Durango. You go through the mountains, you go through about 67 tunnels. I did a video on it. Just go to YouTube and type in Durango Build a Geek, and you can see the full video. I have clips of the bus ride. They have all kinds of Western tours, but anyway, in the wintertime, it snows in Durango, and many Mexicans go to Durango in January with their families just to see the snow. So Mexico has many places. Mexico has everything. Yeah, so there you go. And look who look who has joined us. None other than Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, is in the house. Great to see you here, Brian. Great to see you here, man. I hope you're doing well. You must be in Canada about right now. And look who's back. Green Eyes has changed his name. Love the beaches in Mexico. Avoid the tourist traps. And I'm so good with that. Finding the smaller beach towns. I like the smaller beach towns. Out north of Puerto Vallarta, about 15 minutes, is San Pancho. There's a beach city. It's called Sayulita. When I first went to Sayulita, 15 minutes north of Puerto Vallarta, it was a small town, all dirt streets. I took the bus there, and all dirt streets. You could walk around the whole town in about 10 minutes. Now, man, that town has changed. I went back a couple of years ago in November. It's an international hot spot now. I mean, it's expensive, but about a mile north of Sayulita is a city called San Pancho. Population of San Pancho's probably like maybe 4,000 people, if that. But last time I was there, it hadn't been saturated with expats. There were expats there. Beautiful place. The beach was out of this world. G-Man, good morning from Tezistan in Guadalajara. Not worth a trip. Can you clarify that, please? Do you mean that Guadalajara is not worth a trip? Can you clarify that, please? Have you spent time in the Tlaquepaque area of Guadalajara? It's famous for its bronze art in the streets. My favorite. I did a video, Steve in KC. I've been to Tlaquepaque. It's one of my favorite parts of Mexico. And you may as well say that Tlaquepaque is in Guadalajara. I'm going to say it's actually a city in itself. I'm going to say it's a suburb of Guadalajara. It's a fabulous place. If you ever go to visit Guadalajara, put it on your list to visit Tlaquepaque. And if you can get a bed and breakfast in Tlaquepaque, you might have to pay out the ass to stay there, but it'll be well worth it. And yes, Sergio Bustamante is my main man for his bronze work. And if you look up Tlaquepaque Bill the Geek, let's see if the video comes up. Let me go into YouTube. And let's go into YouTube here and see if the video types up, because if I tell you this stuff, I want it to work. So I'm going to type in it took me 5 years to figure out how to say Tlaquepaque. It took me 3 years to learn how to read it. Tlaquepaque. And then let's type in Bill the Geek. Do I get lucky? Do I get lucky here or what? What's going to happen if I type that in? Yep. Oh, here we go. Right here. Right here. Oh, sure. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can share that screen. Okay, stop that. And let's do this. And let's click this. Here we go. Right here. And there it is right there. I just typed in Tlaquepaque, Bill the Geek, the Greenwich Village of Guadalajara. There it is. That's what James Brown would say. Whoop, there it is right there. It's a 23-minute video. And let me click the link, see what happened if I do that. Oh, yeah. And yeah, if you ever go to Guadalajara, you definitely want to go to Tlaquepaque, Mexico, and you want to stay there. They have all kinds of beautiful restaurants there, beautiful things to see, beautiful historic structures. There you go, Tlaquepaque, the village of the Greenwich Village of Guadalajara, and I just put that link in chat. So check it out. I love that city, and I love Sergio Bustamante, the bronze artist. He was an engineer. Char Steele's in the house. I watch your show, but I never chatted because I don't know how to get a good name. Not important. But I have to ask, on your walk this morning, there was show on the streets. I think you mean on your walk this morning, there was no snow. There was no snow on my streets this morning. No, not here. Not where I am. No snow on the streets this morning. Spent a weekend in MELAQUE in a resort. Was very nice listening to the waves and the ocean. It's fabulous. And look who has blessed us with her presence. None other than She Thinks So She Speaks. Good morning, Bill and everyone. Cloudy and cold here in Charlotte. Really missing Merida right now. She Thinks So She Speaks owns a home in Merida. And she's going to be there in February. I was thinking about going there when she's going to be there, but I got to think about it. Okay, now, GDL is fine. A lot of road construction, though. Tezistan is a small pueblo north of the city. Guadalajara, I lived there 3 years. I loved everything. The worst thing about Guadalajara, the worst thing about Guadalajara is the traffic. Traffic is a mofo in Guadalajara. But the first time I drove through Guadalajara, I was driving from Washington, D.C. to Puerto Vallarta. And on that trip, I left D.C. I spent it, before I hit the border, I stayed at many hotels on the way I crossed the border, spent the night in San Luis Potosi, got up early in the morning, and left my hotel in San Luis Potosi. So at 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday, I was driving through downtown Guadalajara, and it was beautiful, beautiful. The sun was out. The weather was good. I was scanning radio stations. I'm in Guadalajara on a Sunday, 10:30 in the morning, no traffic. That's the best time to drive in Guadalajara. That's at 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday. And on the radio, who's on the radio at a station in Guadalajara? James Brown. Yeah, I was jamming, listening to a Guadalajara radio station playing James Brown at 10:30 on a Monday morning. That's all I have to say. My favorite restaurant in Coshocton, Tlaquepaque. Mom says much snow in Ohio. Big in Coshocton. Okay. My favorite restaurant in Coshocton, Ohio is Tlaquepaque. Mom says much snow in Ohio. Thank you big time for sharing that with us. Reggie Meggs, good morning, Bill, and all those in the house. I liked your interview this week. By the way, my introduction of Mexico was a trip from Puerto Vallarta to San Pancho. It reminded me of visits in the 60s and 70s. I did a video on San Pancho also. We used to have a regular visitor with us. And by the life of me right now, I can't remember her name, but she watched my San Pancho video, and about 6 weeks, she used to show up every week. About 6 weeks ago, she says, Bill, I'm moving to San Pancho. And I for the life of me, I couldn't remember where that was. I don't remember that. But I'd been there, done a video on it, and she moved there. She lives there now. I think she just moved there like a month ago. She moved from the state of Washington to San Pancho. Now she is living her life, got all her paperwork together. She is good to go. Oh, here we go. Moralia by June. Oh, that's a good name. Moralia by June. Right on. I'm of Irish and Mexican descent. And love watching your videos. Thank you so much, Moralia by June. I am working on getting residency through my maternal grandmother, who was born in Merida. Well, good for you. Come on down. June, come on down, girl. Let me make a residency warning, a new Bill the Geek residency warning. I have an acquaintance, and we talk like once a week. He's Canadian, and he couldn't meet the financials to get any kind of visa, let alone a permanent visa. So he was watching some YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel, the guy said, well, you can get a employment visa. And my present immigration attorney in Morelia, Fernanda, who's done an excellent job. She's had a bunch of contacts from people on our channel. If you need immigration help in Morelia or internationally, you can contact Fernanda. You can find her at buildageek.org. Just click on FAQs, buildageek.org/FAQs. Her name shows up right at the top. So why am I talking about her? Anyway, so this YouTuber, I did an interview with her, and she talks about getting an employment visa. She tells you how to do it. It's a 1-hour video with her. But this other YouTuber says, you don't have to get residency. You can get an employment visa. Okay, and I got the guy who will hook you up. So so my Canadian friend, he asked the YouTuber, he says, well, how much is that going to cost? He said, it's going to cost about $1,000 to $1,500. You contact my guy, he writes all the paperwork up for you, and then through the employment visa, then you get a visa with no financial stuff involved. Okay, so my guy in Canada calls the guy who's supposed to hook him up with the employment visa, and my Canadian guy says, well, how much is this going to cost for you get this paperwork done so I get the employment visa? And the guy said $4,500. So the YouTube guy said $1,000 to $1,500. He contacts the guy and said, well, it's going to cost you $4,500. So my Canadian friend just pretty much said, F you. And that was the end of that. But be careful who you contact. I mean, whatever. But my immigration attorney in Morelia is Fernanda. She's good. She's helped many people. In fact, a longtime subscriber that lives in San Jose, she just sent me a message on WhatsApp yesterday. And she said, oh, yeah, she lives in San Jose. So Fernanda, who lives here in Morelia, hooked my friend in San Jose up with a consulate appointment in San Francisco, so she get all her paperwork going, all of that. She's very happy. Fernanda has done a very good job, and you can contact Fernanda by going to buildageek.org, click on FAQs, and her name will show up at the top of the list. I did an interview with her. She's a fabulous person. She's she has her own. She's an attorney. She has a master's degree in public administration. She worked for the Mexican government for 15 years. Now she's out on her own. She's very affordable, extremely knowledgeable. But if you go to buildageek.org, FAQs, her name will show up. I make no money at all. I make no money at all if you contact her. Okay, let me go back to comments and see what be happening. All right, let me scroll back a little bit. Let me scroll back a little bit here, see what be going on. No, there was no snow. There was no snow this morning. And Reggie Meggs, thank you so much for your travel budget. Thanks for all your efforts, Reggie Megg. And I that's greatly appreciated. And this is how. I mean, I've been doing this 5 years, and this going live and making videos. Actually, this is how I pay my rent. So it's greatly appreciated. Fortunately, I love this. But thank you so much, Reggie, for your support. Is Lake Chapala worth a trip? Big time 9/11. Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about this. Let me try something right over here. Let me click. I want to see. I got to see what I've been doing lately. What have I been doing lately? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's funny. I need to put up a video, I made several videos about Chapala Ahihique. I don't, okay. Okay. Is Lake Chapala worth a trip? I'd say it's worth a trip. Oh man. Okay. So you have Chapala and then you have Ahihique. The lake is beautiful, though it's highly polluted, depending on who you talk to. I've never seen anybody swim in the lake. The local people eat the fish. Gringos don't eat the fish. I would never eat the fish in Lake Chapala. It's very pretty. The city of Chapala is very pretty. The city of Ahihique is very pretty. 20 miles away, 20 minutes away is Hocotepec. I would say it might be worth a 1-week trip to visit those 3 cities. But it's not, if you're driving, it's cool. Getting the buses and the taxi drivers are very expensive there. Properties are extremely expensive there. I'm going to call the Ahihique area, as far as pricing goes, I'm going to call it the San Francisco of Mexico. Lots of expats, very high prices. Weather's very good. I've been there. I lived in the area for 3 years. Would I do it again? I would say that area, for a YouTuber to go there and spend 4 days, yes. But I've been to so many places this year places like Celaya, Querétaro, I would skip Ahihique, Chapala, Hocotepec. I would go to Querétaro. I would go straight to Querétaro. I would go straight to Guadalajara and go to Tlaquepaque. I would go straight to Toluca. Even Puerto Vallarta, Sayulita, and San Pancho. Is it worth the trip? I've had many subscribers that moved to Chapala and Ahihique and rented properties or bought properties, and after a couple of months, it was time to go. So I'd say it's worth a 3-night trip and to check it out. There you go. That's it. Traffic is the worst for sure. I get stressed out on the roads, and I'm from New York City. Okay, here's what freaks me out driving through Guadalajara is the glorietas. The glorietas. And what is a glorieta? The glorieta is a roundabout. And okay, so you got like 6 streets that go into this circle head on, and then you got this big fountain in the middle, and then all the 6 streets come together, and then you got to drive around in a circle, and there's no stop sign, no lights. And the first time you do it, it's complicated as hell. I mean, I got lost. One time I was going around the Glorietta like 5 times. I what's and the Gloriettas are like 5 lanes in a circle. People were going in and out, getting in and out of the Glorietta. I was in there. I almost had to spend the night in the Glorietta. It was a mofo. But anyway, that's why if you go to Guadalajara and you don't know nothing about Gloriettas, just take a taxi, Uber, taxi, something like that. All right. So I'm checking my email over here. Okay, everything is good. Okay, here we go. There we go. Is Lake Chapala super polluted? Can you swim in it? Could you eat the fish from the lake? Is Lake Chapala super polluted? It depends on who you talk to. And don't, okay. I'm going to say Lake Chapala is super polluted. I'm going to say don't eat the fish and do not swim in the lake. Though there are scientists, so to speak, that live there that say it's safe to swim in the lake. You can eat the fish and all of that. I'm not going to. There you go. Buck stops here. I got so much snow on my ranch backyard right now in Colorado Springs. I had to put on my snow boots, and my dog disappeared. Then dug himself out of the snow about 3 hours. That's funny. That's a lot of snow. And I feel for you. I lived in New Hampshire going to college for 4 years. And in January, every day it'd be 40 below zero, 5 feet of snow on the ground. And I'd be walking to classes, never missed a class. That was Dartmouth College. And I think Dartmouth College has been around for a couple of 100 years. They have never canceled a day of classes for snow, ever. Them people in New Hampshire, the granite of New Hampshire, them people are crazy. Woo, crazy, yeah. Brian Maiden, thank you so much. Brian, pretty boy, Maiden, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Brian was here about 2 months ago. We had breakfast in El Centro a couple of times. He's a character. Love you, Brian. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thanks. I will check out Fernanda. I am looking into digital work. I know I don't look at giggle, but I do get retirement. It's just not enough. Morelia by June. I'm in your boat. I get a Social Security check. And but I mean, that's why I do this YouTube thing. And let me say this. I've lived here. In February, it'll be 21 years. And the way I got down here was working online. I've been working online for almost 21 years now. I have 300 books on Amazon. I make a little bit of money on that, but I've written a book in like 5 years. I make money doing these YouTube videos, but I used to consult people. I made a lot of money consulting people on how to make websites, how to use Photoshops, how to edit video, how to do computer animations. And I made a lot of money charging people by the hour. I had clients all over the world. If you know how to get the clients, you can so that digital work in Mexico works. And I'll say it again. I've said it before. I have an acquaintance that lives in Mazatlan. She does family counseling. She has her own family counseling business. She's certified to be a family counselor in California and Arizona. And the way it's hooked up, she's hooked up with this website that promotes people with her credentials. And she has clients all the time. She charges $150 an hour, and she only works Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. She makes $9,500 a month. And I know her rent is only $700 a month. So if you can find the right vibe in the digital world, you can live down here and just make lots and lots of money. Yes, you can. And not working in Mexico. All your money comes from the United States. Whatever. We live in San Antonio and are looking forward to moving to Morelia. Too many expats. There you go. Hey, everybody's different. I love Morelia, man. And this time come on back, Brian. Give me 2 weeks notice, and we'll go to breakfast. Guadalajara is stressful, and just driving into it from the lake can be crazy. Yeah, I don't have a car. I take Didi or Uber everywhere. Brian Jordan, the state stocks the lake. Locals swim in the lake. I lived there 3 years, and I only saw 3 little kids swimming in the lake one time in 3 years. Whatever. Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, been there several times other than having my best friend living in Ajijic. But just to visit Lake Chapala, I would say not worth it. I didn't say it. That's Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden. I'm not allowed to say that stuff. I get in trouble saying stuff like that. Oh, and if you're new here and if you like this content, click the like button if you would. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. You can become a member. You can donate to the channel, help support us. But definitely, if you like the content, click the like button and subscribe. But just check out the feedback that you're getting here. Ajijic is the expat capital of Mexico. I'm going to say Ajijic, San Miguel Allende. For Canadians, Mazatlan. Canadians have been going to Mazatlan for like 10,000 years. That's it. I mean, love them. They're great people. But there's so much to see in Mexico, so many myths. Why waste your time? Now, let me say this. At the bottom of the description, there is a link to the Mexico relocation guide. And that's Mariana Lang. I think it's Mariana Lang. If you click that link, you can get her newsletter like once a week. She has a membership where you can join the membership. It's a chunk of money. It's like $500, $495, but it's a lifetime membership. And she has immigration attorneys in all the states of Mexico, hospital information, help with your immigration needs. She has guides throughout the country of Mexico, English-speaking guides. So if you're traveling, you can contact one of her English-speaking guides. She's helped many of my subscribers get their residency visas. But that is the Mexico relocation guide. So if you pay the $495 for a lifetime membership, there's a link in the description below. But then you can travel all over Mexico. She has hospital information, health insurance information, visas, such all that she can. So but then you always got me, Bill the Geek, on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, sharing information with you guys every Saturday when we go live at 10 a.m. That's her. That's her right here. This is the girl I was talking about, Tanya. Yeah, there you go, girl. Woo! There she is. That's my girl right there. I was talking about her. I was talking about the girl who was living in Washington, saw the San Pancho video, and I think she's there right now. I think so. Oh, now we got an update. I was going to move to San Pancho, but it's very trendy and expensive. I moved upriver in PV, a real Mexican colonia. I love it. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Tanya, oh, girl, I'm so happy. Oh, man, I'm so happy for you. For what it's worth, Tanya, for 5 years in Puerto Vallarta, I lived in Cinco de Siembre, which from what I understand now, it's changed a lot. I haven't lived there in maybe 10 or 12 years, but it was kind of a ghetto when I lived there. But I had a super nice apartment. It was $400 a month. Everything's brand new, all Mexicans. You know, it was great. Saved a lot of money. I didn't see any expats, but it was fabulous. But in most Mexico's, I mean, the neighborhood I live in now is all Mexican. It's all, all Mexicans. So, okay. Let me say this. It's too bad. It's too bad. San Pancho was a gem. Sayulita was a gem, and then the tourist people found out about it and prices went up to like $1 million. Now you got to be Elon Musk to go visit and have a good time. Thank you for letting us know about your experiences, Tanya. Love you, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you. Lenora Wilson, I'm happy to be here in Merida, Mexico, and not having to deal with the cold weather back in Baltimore. Yeah, man. That's another. Hey, it's December. It's December. It's going to be a high of 70 today. No snow. No snow. I love Mexico. I think I'll write a song. JH, I know a female gardener that talks too much. The fire burnt her tulips. Okay. Thank you for that update. Cool. I've been good at learning new software. I could teach something. Sounds good. Morelia by June. All you need to do is learn search engine optimization. That's SEO. Look up SEO. You can get a website or just start making some YouTube videos. And you don't have to make a lot of them, just YouTube videos promoting what you do, and make it so that people can find you on YouTube. Now the good thing about search engine optimization, if you can find some weird popular software that you can learn and that you can charge people $50, $60, $70 an hour to learn. In Mexico, all you need to do is get, when I was teaching software in Mexico, all I needed was 4 students. That's it. 4 students that would be with me for maybe a month. And then they get done, then I get some. But, if you get 4 people and you're meeting combined with them for 2 hours a day, that's $140 a day times 5. That's $500. That's $700 a week. That's $2,800 a month working 2 hours a day. Think about that. Now, G-Man headed to PV tomorrow. Thank God. I have whale watching in my future. Whale watching. I did a video on whale watching. I went whale watching in Mazatlan. Cost 600 pesos. That's $30 for a day. It was fabulous. One of the best investments I've ever done. And I did a YouTube video. Oh, that was awesome. Whale watching was awesome. Brian Bill, it's so interesting. You and I have a very similar background. I've been a graphic designer since the 80s. Used to teach at a university, graphic design and web design and various art classes. Yeah, Brian. I'm going to say something right now, and most people aren't going to have any clue what I'm talking about. But Brian, you got to know Adobe Illustrator. I taught a lot of Adobe Illustrator in downtown San Francisco for an art school. Oh, years ago. I know more about Adobe Illustrator. I could teach that in my sleep. Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Dreamweaver, Adobe Premiere, Flash. Brian Jordan, did you ever learn Flash from Macro Media? Yeah, take me down the road. Ray, a new USA bill introduced about revoking. Oh yeah, I just read about that this morning. Revoking all dual citizenship status, just another way the government screws its citizens. Okay. Oh way. I have just gotten a website recently and wondering about what to do with it. For what it's worth, Morelia, by June, I can teach you search engine optimization. Take about an hour and a half. I charge, what do I charge? I charge $45 an hour. We can do it online. I don't, and you guys that are regular subscribers know that I don't pump this at all. But I can teach you SEO online, $45 an hour. Okay, Stephen Hunter, Bill. So heartbreaking to hear about San Pancho. It used to be the best kept secret in Mexico. I remember the first time I went to San Pancho. It was awesome. Nobody was there. The beach was beautiful. Check out my San Pancho video. Just look up San Pancho Bill the Geek. It was awesome. All right. Love the weightlifting gloves. Any story behind you wearing them on your videos? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Here's the story behind my gloves. Mosquitoes love me. They love every part of me. And I've been like hoodies, long pants, socks. I never go anywhere in Mexico without long pants, long sleeves, and gloves, because the mosquitoes, wherever I go, you have mosquitoes bite you on your fingers. That's the worst place when they get you there. That's why I wear these. I've been in this apartment for a year and 6 months. I've only seen 2 mosquitoes in here. I killed both of them. But I have these on because it's a little chilly in here, so that's why I really have them. But I just when I leave, I always have gloves on. Why? Mosquitoes. Okay, great. We'll be putting it in my budget for soon. And when you're ready to get started on your classes, just email me here at bill.dallas.lewis10@gmail.com. Okay, now we don't want to do that. Let's go over here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, great. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's get back to some more videos here. I got some more videos. Let's go back to MELAQUE. Let me turn some things off and on. Go back over here. Let's go back to MELAQUE. You can see the beach is not very crowded. The water was very clean. There were people fishing in the ocean. This is during the week. I only visit places during the week, Monday through Thursdays. I never visit anywhere on Sundays because that's the day that Mexicans are not working. That's when they go out and party. God bless them. And this is what it looks at the night. All those little lights going down the beach, those are mostly restaurants, bars, places for you to eat. And it's not a popular place. So most of these are mall paw places. Just ma and pa, maybe little Susie cooking you up some really great seafood. Places like this. Here you go. Places like this. I remember I ate breakfast there. I had excellent, very boring bacon and eggs, but the place is so affordable, very friendly people. It was nice. Could I live there? No, I couldn't live there, but it was a nice visit. I can see going there for a week, get a nice little bed and breakfast. Of course, they have a plaza and restaurants and hotels in the plaza area. I don't remember MELAQUE. I don't remember MELAQUE being a really clean place. Most of the places I go in Mexico are like really super clean. But you get a place in the plaza. I had a nice bed and breakfast. But you can see during the week, nobody's there, just some umbrellas and some chairs. Let's go back over here and click this button over here. Okay. And, it's just that bird there in the middle of the screen, and me and my video camera and my drone camera. This is the way I like it. I don't want to go somewhere where there's 50 million people there. No. See, I sit there in one of them chairs, get me a cerveza, a couple of tacos, maybe get some spare ribs. I sit down there and have a funky good time, put on some James Brown on my earphones so I don't bother anybody. See, now this is for me, this is acceptable. This is an acceptable situation. Not a lot of people, sunshine, beach, in December, wonderful weather, living cheap. My Canadian friends here were living in MELAQUE. They were paying $450 a month for two bedroom, two bathroom, fully furnished apartment. And the further you go down the beach, then you run into little walkways like this. Just quiet. And if I had a girlfriend, I'd take her to MELAQUE for a week. We would just be romantic for a week. Hear what I'm saying? Or if I had a family, I'd take them to MELAQUE. Extremely affordable. There you go. I wonder who built this. What were they thinking? I mean, this is not a big money town, but I forget which war it was, but MELAQUE and Barra de Navidad, they had a strong relationship with the Navy of the Philippines. So at one time, I think there was a big Filipino Navy base here and a big Filipino presence. And I did show you this video Here is the bed and Airbnb. I showed you a video of this, I think, last week. Fabulous. It was $39 a night. I don't know what she's charging now, but, you know, so you got the beach, stay in a place like this, got your nice refrigerator, pots and pans and cups and forks and all of that stuff. Yeah, this is Mexico, baby. Living good, 6-burner gas stove, and this place had a swimming pool in the backyard. Woo-hoo! That was MELAQUE, Mexico. So, you know, there you go. Now let's come back over here. Brian Jordan. Bill, if you are okay with this, have Morelia by June, email me. Okay, there you go. Don't want to come. Oh, hey, that's fine. I'm an Adobe certified instructor and Apple developer. Fine. Can you teach her SEO? That's what she, I don't know how much Adobe stuff she needs, but she definitely needs some SEO. So fine. Email me, Morelia by June, email me. And then I will give your email to Brian Jordan. I'll be happy to do that. Okay, so much for that. Now, let's let me go over here and turn off that banner. Now I have a few video clips from Dave. I've got a couple of video clips to share from my interview with Dave and Maria. And if you want to see that full video, it's in total 30 minutes long. And I think I think Dave provides a lot of really good information. Let's look at a couple of these video clips. Okay, thanks, guys. We'll do. Okay, we're all hooked up. We'll get Morelia by June. We'll get her all hooked up, get her working. And again, if you're new here, ask any questions you want, like Morelia by June. Ask any questions you would like. Try to help you out with the joys of living in Mexico. If you would like to do an interview, email me. Email me so that we can hook up a time and we can do it online. You don't have to be in the same room with me. We can do it online. I can see you. You can see me. We got all the audio, all that, all hooked up. You got a story to tell about the joys of living in Mexico. Yeah, let's do it. And tell you what, let me go back here. Tell you what, let me scroll back. Here we go. Tanya, if you're still there, we can do an interview about your experiences and what turned you off about San Pancho and what turned you on about a real Mexico colonia. That would be a great interview. So also, if you like the content, click the subscribe button and feel free to donate. If you're watching the rebroadcast, and you want to donate to the channel, there's a donate link in the description below. It's about 5 paragraphs down. Now, some people say, well, Bill, why do you put the donate link like 5-6 paragraphs down in the description? Well, I do that for search engine optimization purposes because YouTube wants to see certain words in your description in the first paragraph. And then you got to do a few things in paragraph 3, 4, and 5. So that's why the donate button, button is so far down. Okay, let's get back to Dave and Maria. Introducing Dave. He's been watching the Bill Dallas Lewis channel since before we went live. Let's look at our first clip from Dave here in Morelia. Well, good afternoon, Dave.
Hello, Bill.
How you doing this afternoon?
I'm fine and dandy, thank you.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm Bill the Geek. This is Dave Genowine. We're here in Morelia, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. Now, Dave, where are you from?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah? Born and raised there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah?
59. I lived there 59 years till I came here.
59 years, really? And where are you living now?
Morelia, Mexico.
Okay. And how did you find Morelia? I mean, I'm from Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
I didn't find Morelia. I lived in Mexico for 20 years. I just found Morelia 2 years ago. How do you go from Louisville to Morelia? How do you find that?
Well, my wife, she's right there, is from here. She was born and raised here. And I met her in Louisville, Kentucky.
No.
And we got married.
In Louisville, Kentucky?
Exactly. And then we were married several years until we decided I was getting close to retirement.
Uh-huh.
So we started kicking around the idea of coming down here.
Uh-huh.
And that's what we did.
Oh. So there is my first clip with Dave. It was very fascinating interview. Very fascinating. Okay, now. Okay. Can you suggest a realtor to find a house to rent in Morelia? A realtor to help find a house to rent in Morelia. Okay. Okay, Brian Jordan. Go to okay, I'm a little hesitant to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Go to Build the Geek. Go to buildthegeek.org, go to FAQs, and at the top of the page, you'll see Fernanda, the immigration attorney, and I think right below her, there will be a link for, what is her name? I did a video on her. Here we go. And I'm getting older, so now I have these brain farts. What is her name? There's Fernanda. There's the Spanish teacher. Oh man, boy. Oh, I think I took her name off the list. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay. Uh-oh. And I think there was a reason for that. I can email you. That information. There's a guy named Wayne. I'll email you with that information. Let's go back to comments. And let's get back to some more Dave. Now he's going to talk about how him and Maria met. How did you meet Maria?
We worked in the same place.
And where was that?
It's okay to give them the name of the company.
Yeah.
Universal Woods. It's in J-Town, Kentucky, actually, but
J-Town, Kentucky.
Jeffersontown,
not Louisville.
Well, that's just right outside of Louisville.
Okay.
It's just actually a city within a city.
Okay.
So, we met at work, and later on, we got married, and we had a house in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma?
Okolona. That's another part of Louisville.
Okay.
And we lived there, I don't know, how long we lived there before we came down here? 12 years, something like that. And we had that house for about 12 years. And we came to Morelia. I mean, it worked out really good because, I was, about 2 years before I retired, I was really starting to think about, if I was going to keep working or what I was going to do. I wanted to retire. And coming to Mexico, financially for us in retirement, was really almost a godsend. Really, I mean, if I was still in the U.S., I'd still be working probably. But I was able to come to Mexico, and I'm sitting there talking to you, so instead of working.
Oh, okay. Now, they must be picking up the garbage.
There you are.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, throughout Mexico, when they're picking up the garbage, they ring that bell. And they could just pick up the garbage without the bell, but the bell means it's time to give them some money. Okay, you tip the garbage people. So they go on by, we didn't give them no money, they go on away, we ain't got no garbage. So anyway, that's it for that. Now, there you go. Now, also, now you know the story behind picking up the garbage. Now I'm going to ask Dave, do you like Mexico? What is do you like Mexico?
I love it here.
And what do you like about it?
Well, the weather for one thing. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can't see it on here, but it's beautiful right now.
Yeah. We're shooting this video today. Is December the 2nd. I have on this hoodie and these gloves, not because I need them. It's about 75 degrees, partly cloudy. The sky is perfectly blue. It's December the 2nd.
When I woke up this morning, I got on Facebook, and a buddy of mine posted a picture outside of his front door, and it was snowing in Louisville, Kentucky. I walked outside I walked out my front door, and I see this. I like this a lot better.
So that's Dave living down the street from me, actually across town in Morelia. But this is interesting now. In the next two clips, these are interesting. One, he's going to talk about buying his house and what that was like. But he's also going to talk about moving all his stuff down here from Louisville. Was it worth it? How much did he pay to do that? So let's do this. Here we go. I'm asking him about buying his house. They had a fabulous house. 3 bedrooms, 2 stories, and very nice garage. In a nice neighborhood, great view overlooking the city. Yeah, here you go. Now he's going to talk about buying his home in Morelia. But this is a nice neighborhood, and this is, you got this nice house with this big garage. You got 3 bedrooms upstairs, a couple of bathrooms. Can I ask you what you paid for this house, more or less?
Just a touch under $100,000.
Under
$98,000 is what I paid for the purchase price of the house.
Okay, $98,000. And
of course, I put another $5,000 or $6,000 in it.
$5,000 or $6,000, huh? How long ago was that?
Almost 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years. 3.
Okay, so this is for those of you that are watching in the future, the year now is 2025. 98. Did you hear the man say $98,000? Now, but he had to put 5,000 or 6,000 into it. I mean, is that crazy or what? Now, I've given advice to many people that are moving down here. They got a whole bunch of stuff. I was talking to somebody about this about 7 days ago on the phone. about bringing their stuff down. And Dave's going to tell you how much he paid to get his stuff down here, and was it worth it? Here we go. How much did you bring your furniture down from the United States? Okay.
We did, and I want to tell you, I checked out a lot of your videos. That's before you started going live, so I checked out a lot of your videos before we came down here. And I know you said not to do it, but I did, and you were right. It was a major pain in the ass, not to mention expensive.
How much was it about?
We found a guy he did it for like $5,000.
$5,000. Okay.
Everywhere else I checked, I checked all the major moving companies. I think the cheapest quote I got was $9,500.
Okay, $9,500.
And this is like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
I started thinking, all my crap's not even worth that much money, So finally, Maria, we found this guy. I mean, this guy drove from all the way from Texas up to Louisville, Kentucky, picked up all of our stuff, and then drove it all the way to Morelia.
Okay.
Dude, for $5,000. But I will say, by the time when we got here, he probably tore up $2,500 worth of crap when he moved it down here. It's a long story, but
okay,
it wasn't worth it.
Okay. The house inside is lovely, beautiful kitchen, 3 bedrooms. They have a king-size bed. Is that a queen-size bed in one of the bedrooms? Then two twin beds in another beautiful home in a beautiful neighborhood. That was Dave. That was Dave. Somebody's sending me. Oh, okay. Great people, and I want to thank Dave and Maria for the fine meal that we had together. This was fabulous. I thought we were going to do an interview. We ended up spending the whole day together. They took me to this wonderful restaurant, and I'm putting a list together of all of these restaurants that I'm experiencing so that when people visit Morelia, my contacts that come to visit are showing me all these fabulous places that I wasn't even aware of. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Crapo, Dr. John in the house. Late check-in from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Great to see you here, Dr. John. I really enjoyed this video. Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, thank you so much. I couldn't afford to bring my stuff. The cost was about $10,000. I left that stuff back in Baltimore. Yeah, I came down here. Personally, I came down here with nothing. I came down here with a computer and a hard drive and a suitcase 21 years ago. Just a few more clips from Dave. I asked Dave, here we go. What do you do for day-to-day living? Okay, you're retired down here with Maria. You're in Mexico, your Spanish isn't perfect. What do you do day to day? What do you do when you get up in the morning? What do you do?
For us, usually Monday through Friday, I go to the gym for a half hour or so and work out. Maria's been going as well. We do that. And then we have 3 dogs. We walk them probably 4 or 5 times a day throughout the day. And then, just going to the grocery store, or we occupy our time, or just piddle around, clean the house, or car, whatever. Or we may go downtown or something. We usually find something to do.
Okay. And so you keep yourself busy. Are you enjoying your life?
I am. I am. I don't have the same grind that I used to have when I was, back when I was working. I was working a job I really didn't like that well. I mean, I liked it okay when I first started, but towards the end, it really got to be a pain in the ass, man, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was glad to get out. The company sold out. The company sold to some new owners, and it was time to go.
Okay. Okay. So I just have a couple more, maybe two more clips. They're short clips with Dave. But I asked him, well, do you hang out with expats? I mean, I thought that this answer was only 1 minute response. Do you hang out? Do you spend a lot of time with other, are you in any expat groups? Do you hang out with expats, Americans, Canadians, get together with gatherings with them?
No, there's an expat group I have on Facebook, but I'm not really involved in it.
Okay.
Personally, I don't care if I see any Americans or not. I mean, gringos, hey, I don't care.
Okay.
I'll see them occasionally. I go to Costco. I usually see at least one or two there. Or if you go down to Mercado.
Independencia?
No.
The other one?
San Juan.
San Juan, okay.
Usually see a couple there, usually, but. Or if you go downtown, you see, I was down there. We were down there a few months ago, and there was a tour bus. I think it was a group tour. They stopped, and there was probably 20 gringos running around down there.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I don't belong to any groups or anything.
Okay. Okay, I just have two more clips, and I want to ask Dave, do you miss the United States? Let's try this. Okay, I only have one more. Okay, I have two more questions. I have two more questions. My first question would be, do you miss living in the United States?
Not really. There's restaurants I miss, and of course I have family members there I miss, but other than that, no.
All right.
I'm perfectly happy here.
Okay. Yeah. Before we started filming for this, we were talking about biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Some of that good old home Louisville food. Bob Evans. Stuff you can't get down here. Dave was talking about ordering chili sauce on Amazon, and other stuff. Okay, one more clip from Dave, and he's going to talk about the cost of living in Morelia, Mexico. But cost of living compared to United States, by just going to the grocery store, you bought this house, how do you compare cost of living?
It's a lot cheaper. Maria and I right now are living off my Social Security. Two people.
Okay.
And that pays all of our monthly bills. We buy groceries, buy gas for the car. We go out to eat occasionally. Everything's been fine, I do have other money besides that. I'm not dependent on just on my Social Security. I do have some more money, but it's been great. I don't have to dip into my bank account because I usually have money left over at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. Off my Social Security. I couldn't do that in the U.S. No way. Mm-hmm. I'd still be working.
Yeah, something I want to say is, for me, now I've been here 20 years. If I go to a restaurant and something on the menu costs 200 pesos, that's $10. Right. Like that's for a meal. That's for a meal for $10. But if it's 200 pesos, I'm thinking that's too much. You
probably can't. You can't go to McDonald's in the U.S. for $10 anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. I like it. I like it down here. All right, Dave and Maria over there hiding in the background. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill, for having us.
And we'll get together with Dave maybe a year from now and see how him and Maria are doing. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very much, Bill.
You're welcome. Very welcome. My pleasure. That was fun. That interview was so much fun. Dave and Maria are some of the best people on the planet. And these are the kind of people that subscribe to the Bill Dallas Lewis channel and join us Saturdays when we go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Okay, and my suggestion, I tell people all the time, come down with nothing. Come down with nothing, and you'll be happier. For Brian Jordan, you have a neighbor where you live. They're in the Ahi area. They bought a house there in your neighborhood, San Antonio. I think they came to the San Antonio area from Reno, from Las Vegas. And they came with 4 suitcases, and they had all of their furniture made in Guadalajara from scratch. And they have a fabulous house. You can come down here and have your beds built from scratch, your living room furniture built from scratch, everything built from scratch. So leave all that stuff at home. Yeah. So that's it. That's all I've got for you today. We'll be back next weekend. If you're watching the rebroadcast and you want to donate, there's a donate button in the link below. If you like the content, click the like button, click subscribe. We do this every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and just click that little join button and you can become a member. And if you're still here and your name is Marco and you live in Chicago with your family, God bless you. And hopefully things get better with the government in the United States soon. Okay, now here we go. Let's see. Yeah, that stuff costs 10 grand. Here you go. I think selling my stuff. Give it away. If you can't sell it, give it away, because you don't own things. Things own you. Raymond Garcia. Buenos dias, Bill. I'll be heading your way in my minivan in January. Hope to join you for breakfast sometime. Yeah, Raymond, we've done it before. We had breakfast in Mazatlan. Just give me 2 weeks notice. We can do it on a Friday. And look who's here. None other than Liston Henry. Hi, Bill. I'm late for your great live show as usual. Great to see you in the house, Liston. And Liston lives here in Morelia also. Great to see you. Wow. Brian Jordan. Wow, handmade furniture. We came down in a minivan, 3 adults each, with a plastic tub of clothes and a few other items. Yeah, Brian Jordan. I have the email of the couple that had their furniture made. Remind me, and I can send. And they must live probably within a couple of blocks from where you live. Very nice couple, James and Rena. Yep. Fantastic Saturday. Thanks, Bill. Have a fantastic weekend. See you all next weekend. Peace and love to you all. Brian, as always, thanks for showing up, letting us know that you are here. Thanks for contributing to the channel, and you go out and be safe. Thank you so much, Brian. All right, I'm getting ready to head to the grocery store, but thank you guys for joining me today. Thanks, Dave and Maria, for that fabulous interview. I got more videos coming out this week. The link for that full MELAQUE video is in the description below. And a link to the full Dave and Maria interview is in the description below. It's great. It's great living in Mexico. Love doing what I do. But I'm getting ready to sign off and head to the grocery store. I'm going to walk to the grocery store and do some shopping. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We get together every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. So click the join button, click that subscribe button, click the like button. But we have videos coming out several times a week. That's about all I got to say. I'm going to say adios, and then I'll add hasta luego. And finally, I'll say I love you all. Thanks for joining us today. Que te vaya bien. Adios. Love you. So long.